is up, guys? It's your boy Joseph Hugo here, the Hugo Core Anime Podcast, and this is my co-host,
your boy Flu.
And welcome to today's episode. Man, today's episode is going to be a little bit different for y'all, honestly. We decided we have kind of a little bit of a break of recommendations and stuff like that. Reviews, and we're just going to talk about some things that me and him were talking about, and we're like, you know what, we should probably talk about this on the podcast. So that's what we're going to do today. So first thing I want to say is thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We're noticing it's from all over the world. So thank you everyone from all over the world for listening to us and watching us. But if you could do me a big favor and just follow the podcast or subscribe to the podcast or just like the podcast episodes, I'd greatly appreciate it. That way we can kind of know that where you guys are located when you're listening and stuff like that. Like, we need to know that stuff so we can kind of better get, because like if we need to upload twice a week, like we can't judge that if we don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? Which we can do, but we just need to know. You know, right now we're one a week because we both have jobs and we're trying to live and do that too, but
the schedules aren't set yet. That's really
exactly.
what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't have set schedules.
I agree. But it'd be easier to know what our audience is looking like so we can kind of do that better. So please do that for us, and we greatly appreciate it. So, man, pretty much this episode today is going to be talking about the current state of anime. I don't know about you, man, but I mean, there's been stuff out to watch. Like, people are watching what's the Spy Family, Spy X Family,
but not a lot of new stuff.
But
there's not a lot of original stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem for me right now.
There hasn't been for a little while.
I agree.
At least probably since the pandemic, I would say there hasn't been a lot of super original ideas.
I agree. I think that since the pandemic, everything has been an isekai, bro. You die, you're reincarnated as another world with the weakest whatever, but you end up being the strongest whatever because of the weakest thing. You end up having a side chick that's super loyal to you, that somehow you found her because you've been reincarnated from a different life, so you know the difference in
there's a lot of similarities
dude,
in all
it's literally insane right now. Like, dude, I was browsing. I was on the Crunchyroll and the Funimation yesterday, right? And I was looking for something new to watch, and I was like, maybe let me see what's out. Let's see what's going on right now. Because honestly, guys, I'm not watching anything right now, except for Noragami. Yeah. I found one, but it's older. It's
from like 2014, 2015.
It's a 2014, 2015 one,
like
but I never seen it before, so I started checking that out. But dude, when I was on there, man, I just noticed like. It was an insane amount of just isekais, the weakest, the strongest, the blah, 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 blah.
At least, like, in the most popular, the trending.
Yeah, like, it's on the front page. Front page, new releases.
Literally, like, all the top charts that you usually would see.
Yeah.
Isekais.
Oh, it's insane.
And then one or two maybe shonens or, like, a comedy / slice of life
type of
kind
thing.
of deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
because the girls keep the
usually there's a romance alive. One or two.
They keep them alive.
But like the rest are isekai.
Which is why I think Spy Family's doing so well.
But honestly, I don't know. I still haven't gotten into it too much. But I mean, what I've seen is okay.
I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't.
It.
I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't bad by any means.
But it's not. I wouldn't call it original.
No, I wouldn't call it original either.
And I haven't seen a lot of anime.
Right.
So for me to say that, I feel like. But again, I've only seen I think 2 episodes in the Spy Family, so
right.
I probably shouldn't be talking about
it. I mean, it's just for me like, so like, let's talk. So, in order for me to like say this, so the audience, I'm sure the audience understands exactly what I'm saying right now.
Say it.
But like, let me kick it back to like this. So, there's no like original like bomb shit like. Like, you got, like, Desert. Like, there's nothing that, like, made an impact. You got, like, Desert Punk.
Or Desert Punk.
You know what I'm saying? You got, like, Desert Punk. That's an original idea. You know what I'm saying? You got, like, D. Gray Man. It's an original idea for an anime. You got, like, Fairy Tail, which is Black Clover, but Black Clover is not going on right now. The manga's popping right now, but the animes, we're waiting on that.
Such a
dumb
decision. Yes.
Right now, we only really have Overlord right now, and then we're waiting for, Jobless Reincarnation,
that we watch
Fire Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just feel like because everything's an isekai. Now, don't get me wrong, Overlord is a teleported to a different world. It's not. He didn't die. It's not an isekai.
He got stuck in his game.
Yeah, he's stuck in his game. You know, Log Horizon, same thing.
It is similar concept, but it is a different. It's a different little genre niche. Yeah, I guess. But it's because it's a different. Yeah,
it's its own idea, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's its own idea, and I feel like right now, like it's just a copy paste format for anime right now, and I don't want to watch it. Like I can, I can tell you what's gonna happen in these copy paste and isekais within the first 5 minutes. That's my problem with it. Of them being reincarnated. They're like, oh, I'm reincarnated. Oh, I got the weakest quest, and I got the weakest crest. Okay. Oh, it lets me control particles. Oh, the particles are weak, and the guy's like, I'm just gonna disassemble you like partically. I'm gonna create an atom bomb with particles. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's just, it's boring. It's boring.
I feel like a lot of it's going into the animation and less into the storytelling. Mm-hmm. And that might be what some of it is. Because, obviously, all these manga, like, all the anime is based off the manga. So, not all the manga is the same. It can't all just be written the same. So, in my eyes, again, we don't read the manga. We don't have time.
Yeah, we don't read manga. We'd love to, but we just don't have time.
Right. So, in my eyes, it's just they're rushing through the manga to just get the main points across, do their own little thing, bump the animation up because that's what people are watching a lot of the times now, at least. Mm-hmm. Sound quality, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're just doing the most popular whatever's going on right now and having that be pushed as the main story and skipping plot points that are in the manga. Because I've been reading a couple things online, just other people's opinions, and people are saying a lot of the time in the mainstream media or mainstream anime now that a lot of really important plot points are either getting like skipped over lightly for fight scenes or something like that.
Shield Hero, for example.
Yeah, and then, but I don't know. I think it's really just like they're trying to pull as many eyes as possible.
Yeah.
So that they can keep, and that's one of the problems with anime. I feel like is because they really need to get a large audience to watch in order to keep making
their show alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a big problem because they spend a ton of money on animation and stuff like that. So it's very, very difficult to.
I feel like
I really just it's a really hard balance, and
I think you're right. You're right.
I feel like they're just going for the money to keep going because they want to produce as much as they can.
Right.
But I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to go about it.
I feel like a couple of things. So I agree with you what you're saying completely. But I think what's contributing to that right now is that anime is becoming a normie thing. Right?
Would you call it normie? I would say
it's a normie thing, bro. You got people that don't know anything about like for example, like look at YouTube, look at Twitch, look at all this stuff, right? Like you got like people that's never for a fact do not watch anime, but they got like anime stickers of like cute girls like Nezuko or all these other ones. Never seen the fucking anime before, but they've done this stuff. Right? I think because it's
everybody knows of Attack on Titan.
Everybody. Dragon Ball Z.
Ball Z.
Sailor Moon. I think that because it's becoming normie, bro, they're just pushing like that's what I'm saying. Like they're just pushing anime
as much as they can.
As much as
like the popular
Exactly.
That could be it too, yeah.
But
it's got to be good to bring people in, though.
But not if all these normies have never watched anything before and they can't to be real, like if we're gonna be 100%, because we are always 100% on this podcast. If we're gonna be 100 fucking percent, bro, it all started. This isekai shit all started with Wise Man's Grandchild. After Wise Man's Grandchild, Merlin's The Wise Man's Grandchild came out,
that was
bro.
Fun as fuck.
Right? Which was godlike isekai, by the way. Very good. If you haven't seen it.
But of course, an isekai.
It was an isekai, but if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's called Wise Man's Grandchild, right? Okay, once that came out, bro, and that was a banger, bro, that's when it opened the fucking floodgates, and it was like, oh, here we go, with the weakest that drives me insane. But I think that, like you said, they're trying to pump it out to make their money, to get another season, to
Get
do
an
these things.
audience. Yeah.
But I feel like where that goes bad is because
Everywhere.
everywhere. But
Yeah.
when you create a similar story to every other story, it doesn't have
You're-
value.
You're also ruining the main story.
Yeah, and it doesn't have value.
Yeah, that
like
either.
like for example,
too.
like look at World Trigger, right?
Yeah.
We talk about World Trigger a lot because we really love. Me and him really love World Trigger.
It's not just that we like
It's
the
an
story,
underappreciated anime.
it's the growth. It's the
That's
growth
what
and
I'm
progression.
saying.
That's why we
That's
like
what
World
I'm saying.
Trigger so much. Is because it's
Yep.
you see from season 1 the production value, like they put a lot into the animation, but it was clearly like it's pixelated. You can tell it's old. It looks older. And then you look at the newest season now, you can tell it's up there with the best of them right now.
Oh, for sure.
And
yeah.
then on top of that, they're still telling the story well.
Yeah.
And
Close,
they're
very close to the manga,
yeah, and
from what I hear.
from what we hear, yeah. Which again, we can't read the manga, so that kind of sucks for us.
Yeah.
So maybe they are all written the same, in which case that's just a bummer.
No,
but
no way.
in which case they got to just be picking like the most popular stuff.
No.
I feel like we got to just take a day, multiple days off, and just like watch really obscure stuff. Just not out there, but like very less popular. I mean, you've probably seen most of them, but
well, you know how I am.
need to at least.
You know how I am. Whenever there's a new, so say what you want about me, but whenever there's a new shonen or something like that, I know I never watch it. It's like Spy Family. Whenever something like just comes out and everybody's like, "Oh my god, have you seen it? Have you seen it?"
No.
I'm like, no.
Unless it's
I'll
something that
wait-
it's a new season.
I'll
for
wait
something
to
that you
see
didn't expect.
I'll wait to see if the fans stay, and people keep talking about it a month or two later, because then to me it's actually good.
Yeah.
Because like we've said before in the past on the show, hype is very much a thing, and when it's a drought, people will get hype about anything.
Well, hype kills things too. Hype can kill a show, it can
I
kill
agree.
a game, it can kill a movie, it can kill
I agree.
everything.
But I mean, but look at when me and you, look at when we watch. So, for example, sorry, I got so many thoughts, guys. I'm just trying to get it out at once. So, so when we talk about original ideas and original anime, right, of doing things, and me and you were talking about, with isekai, that's not original, whatever the case may be. Look what did hook us though during that time period. That was an original idea. We had Skate Infinite.
Which we're getting another season
Which
of.
we're getting another season.
Which we still have to do an episode of.
We still have an episode of that.
Yeah.
Which is an original idea. I mean, I consider it up there to be up there with. I consider it to be up there. So Skate Infinite, you got Air Gear, because that's rollerblading.
Yeah.
Right. You got Skate Infinite, Air Gear.
There's another rollerblading one.
There's another rollerblading one. Oh man, what's the Oh man,
there's a skiing one too.
But
there's a couple, but they're all like a different kind of.
Yes, but when it came out, it was an original idea, and it stuck with us, and we watched it.
And snowboarding on closed track. It's just like everything about it is very different. It's very unique.
But I'm saying like exactly. So like when that came out, me and you watched the shit out of that. We were waiting for the next episode. Like, dude, I cannot wait for the next episode. You know what I mean? And because, like, when have you said that about, besides Jobless Reincarnation, when have you said that about an isekai that's came out lately? Well, I will say,
season?
I will say besides Jobless Reincarnation and besides the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated as a diplomat, because that one's actually fucking fire. But I'm saying, besides those two, when did you ever watch an isekai lately and been like, yo, I can't wait to see the next episode of that? Because none of the ideas are original. They're just copy paste. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me tell you. So since we're talking about that, let me tell you what I want to see. So if anybody's listening out there, and they make anime, they make manga, maybe they're about to start, let me give you $1 million idea right now on an anime that I want to see.
Here we go.
Ready? This is what I want to see. I want to see an anime start out with a group of friends. A group of friends, right? It can be 2 or 3 or 4, right? Grew up together. Let's start the little bit anime trope right there. Let's get that going. Anime trope, okay? They grew up together. They decide that they want to be adventurous. They wanted to be adventurous as kids, right?
Makes sense.
You know, Everybody was good at a certain thing. So when they became teenagers, they decided they wanted to join the Adventurers Guild. They all go to the Adventurers Guild and they become what they were basically good at. Like one guy's good at a bow, one guy's good with the sword, one guy's good with magic, one whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a group of homies. You know what I'm saying? And what I want that to go to is they join the Adventurers Guild. They go out and do quests. They're just trying to make a name for themselves as a group of friends. And I want that same friendship stuff that's in Skate Infinite, like that bromance type shit.
My boy just wants some bromance
inside of an adventure thing, right? But I don't want anybody to be a chosen one. I don't want anyone to have a specific destiny. I don't want any of that. I want them all to just be a group of friends trying to make their way in the world and adventuring. And then if you want to put, let's say they're adventuring and they need a goal, right? So let's just say that their goal is to be there's this number one adventure squad, like a number one adventure squad in the whole freaking world or whatever, and they want to be as good as them. You know what I mean? So they go through these trials and tribulations and quests and jobs and stuff like that to try to get better like them. And then you can just fill it out however you want to. But I want to see it with multi-race. So I'm talking like elf, ogre, maybe a
Dwarf.
goblin, a dwarf, a dwarf. Like, I want multi-race. I want a multi-race party. Not just all humans and shit like that, I want a multi-race party, because I think that'd be very cool. It'll add to the dynamic of...
Like Vex Machina.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It'll add to the dynamic of the conversation that they have. And if they grew up together, it'll be even better, because there's, they have the...
No, I see what you're saying.
And when they go to the different regions, they can all talk to different things because they have the...
interpreters.
Yeah, they have the the racial stuff. So I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
$1 million idea, guys. Definitely go and do something like that. But if an anime like that drops right now, you see how original that was?
Yeah.
It was tropey, but it had the originalness that you need to somebody. I know somebody out there like now, like, damn, dude, I'd watch the shit out that.
Right. But shoot, I had a thought and I lost it. Oh well. Win some, lose some.
I'm just saying, wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
Because right now, dude, everything is just so bland and boring. Now, we're going to do recommendations on this channel.
What I will say, though,
Yeah.
one thing that I've started to notice, and I mean, this isn't new, but the anime movies have started to kind of, I feel like, replace seasons of animes.
Yeah.
And that being said, I feel like we're going to start seeing a shift in at least, like, because you see with Demon Slayer, what did we just go? Not
It was Bleach.
No, before that. Not Dragon Ball Super. What did we see earlier this year, though? Not Bleach, though. Not like recently.
An anime movie?
Yeah.
You mean the My Hero movie?
No, I'm just blanking on it. But anyways, it feels like anime movies are starting to kind of replace the seasons or fill in for seasons.
Okay.
So I feel like we're going to kind of see a shift to, at least if people keep going to see movies in theaters.
Support your anime movies.
Yes. Because, I mean, one, I feel like a movie is probably going to be better than a show because you don't have to do weekly thing. You have a time frame. You get it done in that time frame.
You get an amazing budget.
Exactly. You get a budget. You get paid more than a show for the most part. Yeah, the movies are usually, I don't want to say they're usually more consistent throughout the entire thing, so you don't have like lulls in the seasons and stuff like that. So I feel like we're going to probably see a little bit of a shift to movies. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, we did go see Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep. So then that filled in an entire beginning story for an entire character. So that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
is
actually
like
a
stuff
very
like
good
that
point.
is. I feel like we might start seeing a little shift in that. Because I mean, Dragon Ball Super. That's just we've had the Dragon Ball movies, stuff like that.
Right.
But movies like Jujutsu Kaisen, where it literally feels like it fills in an entire.
It did like
an entire season worth of content.
The beginning arc, basically.
Yeah. But they did it so well and so cleanly, and I feel like the movie did really well. I feel like people are gonna start like seeing that. Same with Demon Slayer, how they had the entire Mugen Train arc between that and then the entertainment district and all that. So,
I think to your point, I think that
plus My Hero movies.
Yeah. To your point, I think that. Like you said, I think the anime movie. Well,
because the seasons are just not doing it. If we're being honest, like
I think it's more of a risk, and it takes more. Because I watched a documentary one time. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I watched a documentary one time on like the process that it takes to make like an
Oh, I
anime
think you
series
did. Yeah, I think you did tell
or
me
like
this. Yeah.
like type of thing, dude. And dude, that's like 24/7 work. It's
And that's the thing
insane.
is it's like a weekly thing. Is like they
Yeah,
get sorry, not even like a daily different like
like the voice actors, the
they can
drawing, the
completely
animation.
exactly in the animation they can have to completely change something. They'll work all day on
It's
one
brutal.
thing. End of the day, we're gonna need you to change this. Here's 6 more hours worth of work. That's a 14, 15 hour day.
Which is why I liked to your point too, which is why I like the anime Death March to the Rhapsody,
Yeah.
because he's literally a game dev and it showed the life of a game dev. My man was literally sleeping under his desk. I was
But
like, my man works for Respawn?
I mean, movies probably aren't that much better that in that sense, but I feel like the pay's better. The outcome is significantly better. They're following the content, the
They get to
original
rest.
content
They get
more.
to rest. They can make the movie
That
and then
too.
rest.
That too. It's not 24/7. Like
Yeah,
it is when you're working on the project, but outside of the project, you have a break.
yeah.
Hopefully. I
Well,
don't know.
and
But
and I think that that would be great. Now, I'm not saying don't give us series, just give us movies. We're not
No,
saying
no,
that
no.
at all. We're saying that
I just
the
feel like the
movie-
current state of anime is we're seeing a shift towards instead of like shitty half-ass seasons,
Yeah.
we're seeing gaps filled with movies instead of like whole stories built on movies. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. The stories are
so
built
you're talking,
off.
So you're talking about like fillers in OVA.
Yeah,
basically.
basically, kind
Basically,
of like
instead
that.
of fillers, they had this making movies now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of like filler, like having half a season be fillers, they'll
Yeah.
make a movie which is a fucking banger instead of boring ass episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind that at all because I mean, 4 bad episodes in the season can kill an anime. So
Yeah, I mean, look what that did to Shield Hero.
exactly, if it doesn't
Shield
have
Hero's
enough
fucked
hype,
right
if it doesn't
now.
have enough hype at the start to like get it through that lull,
Mhm.
it's not. Odds are it's not going to make it to another season.
I was on Twitter, which I hate Twitter,
Yes.
but you can follow me there at Huga Core Gaming at Twitter, or Joseph Huga. You'll see my picture. You'll find me.
You won't find me.
Flu doesn't exist on Twitter because it's not a real place. but yeah, so I was on Twitter and I saw that Shield Hero had put out the art for the next season, right?
Oh God, yeah.
And it literally, when I looked at it, dude, and I think it had been up for like 4 hours.
And the fact
I
that
looked
like
at
they
it.
released that so quickly after the shitty second season.
Well, I looked at it and it had been out for 4 hours and it only had 200 likes on it.
Yeah.
An international anime that's
I'm
like
surprised. That's a
everybody
lot of
knows
likes.
the name of that anime.
That's a surprising amount of likes.
200.
I'd expect 20.
I was like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, you saw the art. I mean,
Yeah, I was like,
you saw what everybody else saw.
shit.
Man's looking rough.
Yeah.
I guess
But-
that's what being trapped does to you.
But
I
that's
don't know.
but that's like to your point, man, of the seasons. Like they should have just made the Tortoise movie. And that would have been way better.
But even if they had done that, I feel
Because
like
you would have accepted the skipping and everything like that the way
the
it was
pacing and how shitty everything
it's a
else
movie
was,
and they're trying to fit everything in an hour and 30 minutes. You would have been okay.
But they
with
don't
that.
like Jujutsu Kaisen wasn't rushed, and they had to fit fucking. I don't know how much like a full year and a half into that or whatever.
Yeah, we
So
don't read manga, so we don't know. But yeah, but that movie's a banger. I think we gave it like a 7 or 8, I believe, when we reviewed it.
I've been thinking about that movie a lot. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't enjoy the anime series as much. I really hope the second season. I'm excited for the second season because I think it'll get much better.
Yeah.
Because the way the first season ended.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing. I feel like we get really bad lulls. We forget story points. We forget a lot of stuff that we've literally built the anime on.
Yeah.
We've literally built like progressed characters off of, and then we just forget about it.
Right.
And I don't like that. I get that. That's like. I feel like it's kind of common in a lot of animes, but I don't like that. And
I can respect that.
I don't know. That might just be me, but
No,
it's
I
a
can-
frustrating thing when I have to for literally a month, and every week I'm waiting, excited, and every week I'm disappointed for a month straight. I don't enjoy that.
That's fair.
I'm just bored for a month straight. I don't enjoy that.
That's fair.
But then you get some weird anime like Overlord that's just like every episode's a banger.
Every single one.
I mean, I would consider maybe one episode kind of a lull, but even then, there's still a lot that comes out of it. So it doesn't even matter.
Hey, yeah, Overlord's a fucking banger, bro.
But But I don't know. I'm just
So
meh.
I just we're not saying we don't like anime or that we don't like the new animes that are out. We understand it goes the tremendous amount of work goes into those to make those even
I was excited for what we had coming out, and then I watched it.
Right. So
yeah,
we understand that there's a lot of work that goes into it. So we're not diminishing people.
Yeah, not trying to say they're doing a bad job.
No, we're not saying they're doing
because
bad
at the
work.
end of the day, they're also not the ones making the calls on the timeline and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So they're just doing the best that they can.
Which those damn suits. Everybody knows how that works. The suits always control and
let's
make
be
bad
honest
decisions.
with like the quality of like animation that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
They're doing a damn good job for like the time restraints
it's
that
come
they have
a
and
long
stuff.
way.
It really has, but
it's come a long way, and that's something that we should give the positives too. The animation has come a long way.
The sound quality,
the sound quality. I mean, look at Fire Force sound quality. Like, it's come a long way from the way it used to be. So I am definitely grateful. You know what I mean? Definitely grateful.
I completely forgot the Dr. Stone movie.
Yeah.
Which we hadn't had the new season yet. That's an original idea, speaking of which.
It is an original idea.
And like that movie kind of filled in a little gap in time. So like a new little filler.
Yeah, we gotta watch that.
So yeah, but
I haven't watched that. Heard it's good.
I don't know. I feel like movies are the future. Not the future in the sense that we won't have shows, but in the future in the sense like
of OVAs.
Exactly. And that's going to be a great thing
and
because
fillers,
you can make a movie much more packed. You can really just like fill it in more.
And you know who does it really good that I don't want to give credit to?
Don't say My Hero.
That I don't want to give credit to, bro. But fucking My Hero. They do it really well.
I don't.
Dude, they let a season. They let a season come out. I fucking hate My Hero, by the way. I don't hate it. I just not a fan.
You can't have 8 seasons of no character progression.
I mean, that's true. That's why.
I
that's
just
what
like
bugs
I can't handle that.
It's not. It's not that I don't like My Hero. I don't like the fan base because you guys are just ridiculous. Your guys' like understanding of like power scaling is just insane to me. But anyways, so. They'll drop a season, right? The season's over, and then there'll be a movie to explain what's happening between the next season. Yeah. And then the next season drops.
But you don't see any growth in the movie.
True. And then there's a movie.
At least from Midori.
Well, yeah. And then there's a movie, and then another season. That's what you're talking about. They got it down already. It just sucks that there's no fucking progression and everything's boring and the same thing.
It just sucks that it sucks.
The last 2 My Hero movies were literally the power of friendship. that gets through. I got you through the thing.
Which listen,
I'm not trying to start fights with you, My Hero fans.
We've seen that before, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
But it's just like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to start fights with the My Hero community. Okay, I'm just saying like you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Okay. You know. And I have seen, like I said, I've been on Twitter, so I see that the future of My Hero is gonna be dope. I've seen some dope shit. Yeah. But when are we gonna get there, though?
Because we should have been had it already.
Like, holy crap, bro! Like, can we just fucking like, that anime needs a time skip. Holy shit! But that's just the state of anime, though. It's just the
time skip with the movie in between.
Yeah, with the movie in between, please. But yeah, all right, guys. We didn't want to take up too much of your time. We just kind of want to get that off our chest a little bit. Anything you want to say more about that?
I don't think animes are bad necessarily now. I just feel like they're
not original.
They could be so much more. They could be much more.
I like yours better.
I don't know.
I like what you said better.
They could be much more, but I feel like it's all up to the suits, unfortunately. Not necessarily all up to them. It's a lot of up to the creator.
Yeah.
Like of the anime.
But don't let the creator be swayed by the suits.
Exactly. But a lot of the times that tends to happen.
Get this episode out. We need the money. Like, nope, don't do it, bro. Take your time.
I wish they had. I wouldn't even mind like delay. And I mean, we do see it sometimes, but I don't mind seeing delays in. Like, I'm willing to wait a week and a half for
an episode
if it's gonna be better than it would be if it was released in a week.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
2 weeks. Okay, that's fine.
I'm okay with that because they didn't, and then you saw then the intern gets hired, and then
you see the intern for 3 episodes
the
instead of 1.
3 episodes instead of 1. You're like, oh my gosh.
But I don't. Also, I feel like if you spaced it out more, gave them more time to animate,
Yeah.
we'd have more overlap and we'd have more stuff to watch throughout that time. So you wouldn't be starved for content either.
I agree with that.
So I don't know. Just something to think about, I guess. But
I definitely agree with that.
ease the animators, ease everybody.
Mhm.
I mean, don't have to rush everything. But we do like the weekly uploads. It just feels like at this point, with how they're trying to upgrade the level of sound, the animation,
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
storytelling, everything, they're kind of like cutting back on their storytelling, kind of doing stuff that's already done because they know how to do it.
Mhm.
It's probably easier,
Mhm.
maybe not easier, but it's what they know how to do.
Right.
So it doesn't take away anything. So I don't know. It's just it could be better.
Okay.
Good,
Well-
not great.
Well, guys, we appreciate you for listening to us. Wherever you're listening to us at, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever. YouTube. If you're watching us live on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Definitely drop us a follow, a like, a subscribe. I hate to ask you guys, but it's kind of one of those things where we kind of need to, so we can do more for you guys. The goal is we're gonna be doing an anime figure giveaway when we hit 100. So when we get 100, subscribers, listeners, followers, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna be doing an anime giveaway. We'll do it live on the on YouTube on our YouTube page. What we'll do is we'll just do like a raffle thing. It'll select one of our followers or subscribers on throughout all of our platforms,
Sure.
and it'll generate a name, and we'll do it live, and then we'll let you know, and then we'll ship it to you. We'll DM you, and we'll try to get a hold of you and ship it to you. If they don't answer us in a certain period of time, we'll give it to somebody else. So thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys on the next one. The next one will be an Overlord. Will be an Overlord. Actually,
Right? Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
the one before this will be an Overlord.
I think the one before this might have been Overlord recap.
Either one.
Yeah, but just
Lots to talk about.
turn your notifications on,
Yeah.
and you'll know when we upload stuff. So, thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Peace.